Okay, this is a bit creepy. Let me know what you guys think. So, why does NASA have all these old school cars? My thoughts are they're cars without computers in them. All from the 1970s. They're preparing for an EMP blast. What's odd is they're not just old school NASA cars. Here's a news car. They have a whole fleet from NASA vehicles, semi-trucks, ambulances. Perhaps this is where that $50 million a day budget is going, because we all know it's certainly not getting us into space. Collectors of CGI videos and apparently old school cars. Let me know what you think they're using them for. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
Shalom. Call halal YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son. In the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar. From the prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. And real quick, I want to go into this video, man, about NASA. Okay, which NASA, that's a term for NASA. You know, people say never. Oh, because what NASA's an acronym, I believe. I believe, you know, people call it never a straight answer, because they really never give you a straight answer. You know, it's a bunch of, you know, myths and, you know, garbage that they're pushing over there. All right, saying that they went to the moon, which had never been to the moon. All right, so this devil, you know, he is a great deceiver, which NASA in Hebrew. Let me see if I can grab it. There we go. Never a straight answer. Never a straight answer. Circumventing the truth since 1947. In Hebrew, it says NASA in Hebrew means to deceive. Okay, so this word NASA in Hebrew means to deceive, and that's not by coincidence. Nothing NASA tells us is the truth. All right, it says NASA in Hebrew means to deceive, NASA, and there you go. All right, so that's what these people, you know, that's what they do. They're there to deceive you, man. You know, to keep you confused, lost, you know, and really, you know, and a state of you know, disbelief of the Most High God. All right, so I'm gonna grab a few scriptures because you know, in these last days, bro, you know, and here we are in 2024. As Elder Pastor Hart coined it, the year of the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. You know, something's going to happen this year, and these major corporations, they know it. Like, you know, I just watched a video the Elder Manasseh Zakbai did about how Rick Ross is now buying a bunker or building a bunker. You know, his counterpart Meek Mill was talking about that. You know, if you don't see what's going on, then you're a dickhead. Because at the end of the day, this place is about to crash, bro. And you got, as the guy said in this video, they're buying all these cars. They got all these cars here from the 1970s because they don't have a computer in them. Okay, so if you have a car, you know, some of these newer cars, if you have one of these newer cars, when all hell does break loose and the collapse comes, you know, in the event of a EMP blast or attack, you know, electromagnetic pulse, the lights are going to go out, and anything that has a battery or not a battery, but a computer is going to is going to fry. Your phone's not going to work. You know, your TVs, your computers, nothing is going to work. It's going to be fried. Okay, and the only thing that will be able to work in those days is these older cars, and they show you that in the movie War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise when he had got into that old van. You know, he was the only one that had a vehicle, you know, for him and his family. Then they ended up fighting over the vehicle. You know, people came and stole the vehicle from him. So yeah, NASA knows something that they ain't telling us. So from there, let's go here. It says Colossians chapter 2, verse 8, and it says verse 8, and I'll go to the KJV. It says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. And that's the thing. It's about deceit. Now let me jump to the NLT. It says, don't let anyone capture you with empty philosophies and high-sounding nonsense that come from human thinking and from spiritual powers. this rather than Hamashiach. So what NASA does is they deceive you with high thinking, okay, and nonsense, high sounding nonsense, okay, high sounding nonsense and philosophies of this, that, and the third. Oh yeah, we going to the moon, oh yeah, we going to Mars. You ain't going nowhere, man. Okay, you ain't going nowhere. And this proves that they know that. Okay, they know that. Everything that NASA has shown us has been CGI and uh, you know, um, um, uh, the images have been photoshopped and shit, man. You know, it's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, the moon landing was filmed in a Hollywood studio. Okay, so these people are a bunch of deceivers, and in that deceit, they're still preparing for, something. They're preparing. They ain't preparing to go to Mars. They look like they're preparing for the 1970s, because they know that when whatever happens, and they've been talking about it, um, a solar storm that's going to knock out the lights. As they've been saying, that's been going around. Which darkness is coming to this place, man. That's one of the plagues that came across, that came over Egypt. All right, darkness is coming, and they know something that you don't know. All right, so this is Exodus chapter 10, verse 20. But the Lord Yahweh thy power hardeneth Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go. And we are today in modern Egypt, okay, spiritual Egypt, okay. And Pharaoh does not want to let us go. We are brought over here in captivity, and we are still in captivity to this day. It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. So darkness is coming to this modern Egypt as well. Okay, these lights are going to go out. Ain't going to be no more running water. It says, and Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. So the children of Israel are going to be able to see. We're going to have light in our dwellings, man. But this country is going to be cast into darkness. Okay, cast into darkness, and this is why YAHAWASHI is to be feared. Okay, YAHAWASHI is to be feared, man. Okay. Darkness is coming to this place, and you that don't have YAHAWASHI, there's nothing you're gonna be able to do to avoid it. Regardless to my building a bunker, it ain't gonna do no good for you, man. Even these cars, all you're gonna do is be a target. If you have a car, nobody else has a car in that day, you're gonna be a target. Motherfucker gonna put a bullet through that windshield and take that car. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And this is what these billionaires and trillionaires are preparing for, and millionaires. This is what they're preparing for. They know what's coming. Okay, and the fact that they're buying these bunkers shows you that they're afraid. It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Meaning there ain't gonna be no running water, because a lot of these water systems are connected to the electricity. So if the lights go out, there's no more water, and on a spiritual level, there's gonna be no more living water. You ain't gonna be able to get these breakdowns and hear these videos of this truth. They're gonna take us off the internet, bro. They're gonna take all the men of the Lord off the internet. Ain't gonna be no more videos. We're gonna be able to go out and teach. So you people are gonna be seeking answers and not have them. You're gonna be just you're gonna be left out there. All right. It says, whoso remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. So we are about to see the end of this world as we know it. Okay, this world as we know it is coming to an end. And this is why the Lord put a spirit on his men to go out there and prophesy and bring out these words, and we really have no, we have no say in it, man. The Lord just kind of, can put the spirit on brothers to do this. We're not doing this of our own accord. This is not of ourselves. Me personally, when I came into this truth, I was already seeking the Most High. I was seeking the Most High. I was looking I was scouring the internet, YouTube, to try to find the truth, because I knew it was more out there. And the Lord put that spirit on me to do that, to come into this truth, man. It wasn't my own. I thought I was gonna be a rapper or actor or whatever the fuck, this world was, pursuing something in this world. But the Lord said, nah, to hell with that. You gonna serve me, and that's what I've been doing ever since. And I'm grateful to YAHAWASHI for put me in that spirit. Okay, because you got these rappers like I mentioned, Meek Mill and Rick Ross. Them now them niggas trying to find somewhere to hide, but we gonna hide under the shadow of the Almighty. It says 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices. So we see how this man moves. We see his schemes. We know his plans. He ain't gonna get advantage of us. He can't deceive us. He can't put a bunch of CGI pictures in our face and got us wooing and wowing. That's all through the spirit of YAHAWASHI. Because us knowing what we know and having this understanding and knowledge, and fear of YAHAWASHI is not of our own. Matter of fact, it's really beyond us. It's really beyond us. And it was already predestined that these men, you men, and you sisters, was going to come into the true understanding of the Most High and His only begotten Son, and serve Him in truth and righteousness. Not in bullshit, not in lies, and not in deceit. All right, so I thought that was interesting. Because NASA never a straight answer. In Hebrew it means to deceive. They deceiving this whole time, and they know something is coming, but they ain't gonna tell you about it. Okay, they're gonna try to hide off and ride into to their bunkers in a damn 1975 Plymouth, while you out here starving and your damn Camaro or your fucking Tesla ain't cranking up. Shalom, Kwame Shalom, Baba Ball.